I want to share with you why I feel rising strong through the chakras is so transformative. Have you ever struggled with shame? Specifically, shame tapes, or those stories or narratives that you tell yourself about yourself that try to keep you down or keep you small. Often they come back to some primary themes of I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, or I don't matter, right? And so there's these core beliefs that often each and every one of us have that we started to ingest in our youth. Now, it might have been something that someone told to us, like a parent or coach, a teacher, partner, sibling, or it's something that we simply ingested from society, then we internalized. Brene Brown often talks about shame beginning as a two-person sport, but then it ends up becoming a one-person game. Because whatever it is that we potentially were told or we ingested from society, we then repeat those narratives back to ourselves so much that we believe them to be true. And I really believe one of the key components of so much of our internal struggle are the debilitating stories and narratives that we tell ourselves about ourselves. So one of the key aspects of Brene Brown's Rising Strong process is we explore, where do we get stuck, right? Where do we have those emotional hooks where we find ourselves repeating those stories to ourselves? And then we get curious with the Rising Strong through the chakras part of what relationship did that potentially show up in as we explore that particular emotion. And then we rumble with those emotions, meaning we really unpack them. We get curious about those SFDs, or what Anne Lamott and Brene Brown call shitty first drafts, right? And we get curious of what more information do we need to know about ourselves? What more information do we need to know about the situation? And what more information do we need to know about the others involved in that situation? Right, so this is where that compassionate curiosity comes in, where we really unpack those narratives and those beliefs. Where did they come from? How do those narratives and beliefs affect our nervous system? This is where the trauma-informed part comes in, right? Where nervous system regulation, we explore how do these narratives that we tell ourselves, specifically the ones that diminish our own inherent worth, how do they get in the way of us showing up? How do they keep us small? How do they keep us stuck? Right? And we explore, how do we navigate all of that so we truly can step forward into our life with radical integrity, where we have uncovered the root of our suffering and our pain, and we learn how to overcome it in order to show up in our life with integrity, where we live our values, where we show up with a courageous and whole heart. If you find that you're someone or someone you know struggles with shame and belief that you're not enough, or that second wave of shame when you're starting to believe that you're enough and you start putting yourself out there, and then all of a sudden you get this other voice in your head. It's like, who do you think you are to do that? Who do you think you are to take up that space, or to share, or to support someone, or to provide that, right? That is still shame. So we uncover it layer by layer to truly create a life of inner freedom as we transform trauma and heal those deep inner parts of ourselves that have been convinced that we are not worthy of love and belonging, when the truth is, that couldn't be farther from the truth. I look forward to sharing this program with you. If you have any questions, reach out. Next cohort starts August 10th, and I would love to see you there.